Hello everyone and welcome back to Planet Zoo. As always, I'm Reckless, and today we are continuing with our Calgary Zoo recreation build. So this is a build that we started over on Twitch on our live streams, but I wanted to kind of showcase what we got done for you guys over here on YouTube. I haven't forgot about my YouTube crowd. If you do want to see this build being recreated live, you can feel free to pop on by and visit us at twitch.tv/reckless1gaming, same as the channel here on YouTube. I post to our Discord whenever I am going live, so if you're not a member of the Discord yet, I'll leave the link in the description for you, and you can come by and watch me recreate this live. Now, since this build, this is our reindeer habitat here, I have actually moved this zoo, from franchise mode into sandbox. Now, I know a few of you might actually be upset from that. I know I get a lot of requests for franchise zoos, but the way I build it isn't really conducive to franchise. I mean, like, even when we're trying to recreate an actual zoo like this, the franchise mechanics just limit us so much, right? Like, we're limited by cash flow when we're building. As you can see here, you know, it's the middle of the night and I'm trying to build and I can't see anything. We have to keep the game running in order to make money, but then we have to deal with weather, right? It snows, it rains, it turns to nighttime. We can't see anything, right? So for building the zoo the way we want to build it, right, it just wasn't working in franchise, right? Like, we're bleeding money. I had to use conservation credits to buy tigers and then sell the tigers for cash, right? Like, it just wasn't working. So I did make the choice to switch it over to sandbox. I hope you guys will be okay with that decision. I think all in all, it'll help expedite our build and also, just make it more enjoyable to watch overall. On another note, I wanted to address my last video. The last video I posted to the channel here was about our dolphin and shark show build. Now, I built this as a fun little build, but I cannot tell you the amount of hate and really quite nasty comments I've gotten off this build. Someone even called me shameful. Like, what? Okay, so people's arguments with this is that, it's cruel to have dolphins and whales and stuff in captivity. And I 100% agree with that. Okay? But this is not captivity. This is a video game, right? Yes, this is a simulation zoo video game where we recreate zoos and whatnot. But at the end of the day, it's a video game. It's not real life. These animals aren't suffering, right? This is a virtual world in which we can recreate a zoo type environment for our entertainment, right? Do I think that these animals should be kept in the real world? No, I don't. Okay, I want to be very, very clear about that. I think that dolphins, whales, large animals like that shouldn't be kept in the real world. But in saying that, is it right that we keep any animal in a zoo? Right? Some people would say no. But zoos nowadays, right? A lot of zoos, not every zoo. Some are still problematic, of course, right? I'm speaking generally. Most zoos nowadays are very much focused on conservation, breeding programs, and releasing animals back to their natural habitats in order to bolster wild populations. A lot of species were on the brink of extinction, and zoos actually brought them back off of the edge in order to sustain the species to a point now where some species have actually been removed off the endangered list or simply, bumped up a few levels on the risk scale, if you will, right? So to say that no animals should be in zoos, I think we're kind of past that point in humanity right now, right? We've messed up the animal kingdom so much that now we kind of have to take an active role in its protection and as well as its revitalization, right? So to say that we shouldn't have animals in zoos right now, I think is a little bit irresponsible, right? Because we already messed it up, right? So now it's kind of our job to fix it. And the zoos are the best equipped to do so. So going back to my main point is, should certain animals be kept in zoos? No. But the way that zoos bring awareness to animals and their struggles, I think that we can accomplish the same sort of thing with games like Planet Zoo, right? By showing these animals in a fun way, right? We can show people that they are meaningful, right? And I remember when I went to the zoo as a kid and I saw my first tiger, it changed my life. No joke, right? Like instantly, I'm like, that's my favorite animal. You know, this is the coolest thing since sliced bread. And ever since I can remember, you know, tigers have played a part in my life. You know, I wanted to see them more. I wanted to watch documentaries about them. And, you know, I want them to be protected. And that all came from me first seeing them in a zoo, right? This is what zoos have always done. They've created this, you know, this what am I trying to say here? Like a forum in which we can view these animals in a safe way, and at the same time, they're being helped through breeding programs and reintroduction to the wild and stuff like that, right? So zoos serve a purpose for education of the masses, but also to actually help the animals themselves, right? So I think that even though we shouldn't have these animals in a real world scenario, we can always have them in a scenario like this, a setting like a game, right? For people to see dolphins or a great white shark, right? Like, you can't have a great white shark in an aquarium in real life. They've tried it, it never works, right? But they're they're a threatened species, right? Sharks in general are very much threatened due to the shark fin soup epidemic out of Asia, right? So how do we bring awareness to these animals if we can't see them up close and in person, right? In my opinion, games like this serve that purpose, right? It allows us to see animals in a way that, you know, is exciting, it's enjoyable, right? We name them, we gain a bond to them. I've seen people on forums that are like, oh, I almost cried when this animal died, you know, like I got so attached to it. And it happens, right? And you can't tell me that doesn't have an effect on your perception of said animal, right? So to all the people who sent me messages about the last video and commented and all the rest, right? I think your views are skewed, right? And I don't know if this is just people like bandwagoning on the fact that, oh, you know, SeaWorld's bad and blah, 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 right? But this isn't that. That's kind of what I want to get my point across, is that we shouldn't limit our gaming experiences due to real world limitations and real world problems, right? I think that the gaming world can serve a purpose to bring awareness to areas where we would find immoral or impractical in the real world. So that's all I have to say about that, really. I'm not gonna take the video down. Somebody suggested I take the video down. I think that's just ridiculous, right? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna leave it up. So yeah, I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from, and I hope you agree with the take that I have on the conservation side of things. If you don't, that's fine, but I'm going to continue to do what I do on my channel and create the content that not only I think most people will enjoy, but also that I enjoy, right? I make this because I enjoy it, right? So I'm going to keep doing that. And I hope you guys can understand where I'm coming from there. But that's my rant for the day. I just wanted to get that out of the way because it was bothering me, right? I don't think that I was doing anything, immoral by creating a habitat like that. So, a show, whatever. Anyhow, moving on back to the video. Even though we are recreating the Calgary Zoo in its as best as I can, I am taking builders' freedom, like creative ability to alter things how I see fit. As a real zoo, obviously they don't have an unlimited budget. They can't just put 100-year-old trees in, right, and have them look good. So as the actual habitat goes, I'm going to be using my creative freedoms and adding trees and little huts and whatever to accommodate the animals, but also to keep it looking pretty. I hope you guys enjoy it. So, all in all, this build has been going really good. If you guys want to tune in to the live streams, please come over and visit us on Twitch. Join our Discord. I'll leave the link down below again. If you are liking the content, please do drop us a like and leave us a comment on the video and let me know what you think about the whole zoo game versus reality kind of thing. I'd like to get you guys' opinion on that. But all in all, if you're new here, please consider hitting the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.